ourselves available to the ball. But we knew going in, Ali, that it's going to be transition defense to not do a good enough job in that quarter, and then living in our paint. We have to do a much better job of making them beat us from the perimeter.
Defensively, what kind of shots do you want to force in the second quarter?
Three-point shots, perimeter shots with the late contest, but Kyle Kuzma cutting behind us, them outrunning us in transition. They're scoring too easy right now. We're not going to outscore this team over 4 quarters. We have to find a way to make it stand defensively.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, Michael Malone is not going to be happy with that. He's just telling Ali about points in the paint, and first possession of this second quarter, Caruso gets all the way to the cup for the and one.
Yeah, and when you play against the fake
shoes and says, let's go, back on the free throw line. Certainly a scare on that Lakers sideline.
Well, that's something to watch throughout this series as well, because right now adrenaline is pumping through his veins right now, so he's not feeling much, but in timeouts and when he goes to the bench and at halftime can stiffen up a little bit.
And how will it affect their transition game? Usually he gets the rebound and leads the break for this team.
Well, it's biting him. He's this package. No,
there'll be a 3-point package coming up here any minute.
We'll let Chris do that one too. 12 assists on the 15 makes. As C-Web mentioned, Lakers out in front by 4, and Markieff Morris hits a 3-pointer.
Well, on cue, talking about 3-pointers, the Lakers are not a great 3-point shooting.
Craig and Michael Porter Jr. went to the bench, and Michael Malone has no intention of changing that. He likes all that it produces. He likes Morris. He likes the fact that it gets Porter Jr. on the floor a bit with Plumlee as well. There's a lot of matchups Malone likes with this.
Plus, Porter Jr. is the first option offensively with that second unit. More important.
Caruso. Good pass. LeBron shovels one over to Morris. Does he got the hot hand? He'll fire it, and he'll hit it. 2-3. Harris runs into a wall into Dwight. Now a bad pass. Another turnover. Here comes Caruso. He's got LeBron James right there. The lob to LeBron.
And if you're Michael, and Frank Vogel talked about this. He said, listen, Dwight's going to wrestle and wear him down and try to be physical with him. And that's what he does on that play.
See if LeBron and the Lakers can take advantage once again. Shot clock down to 6. Here goes James. Strong all the way in off the glass.
Way too easy. Too strong. Too gifted. The smaller Gary Harris, who's a really good defender, just outsized versus LeBron James, and another turnover offensive foul by the Denver Nuggets.
That is right there, and Scott Foster now in his 26th season. This is his 200th playoff game he has officiated.
Yeah, look at half court. You got Dwight Howard because they were non-existent in that Houston series because they had to play small.
Right. Say, Coach, you got to play us now.
Plumlee to spin, and he shakes Howard a two-handed jam. Plumlee goes strong
on that block. I'm already loving how this series is shaping up, guys.
12-point Laker lead. 6.5 to go in the second. LeBron trying to turn the corner, just plows through Murray, and it's going to be a block.
Look at LeBron.
Murray's looking like, what am I supposed to do?
James, he missed his first 2 field goals. He's made 5 in a row since, and he caps off a 3-point play and showing no ill effects of a rolled left ankle. He's already had 2 dunks, big ones at the rim. Lakers are 7 for 8 from the field in this quarter. It is 20-3 Lakers in this quarter. Nuggets are 1 out of 7. That's a long 2. It's in for Jamal Murray. Just anytime you're getting the Marquette guys in there, you're doing a good job.
I know you would say that. Yeah.
Here's Murray trying to get by Danny Green. He's right there with him, step for step. Puts him into a tough shot, but he knocks it down. Jamal Murray hits it. He's got 13 now. Quickly back the other way go the Lakers. Green pounds his way inside. There's Millsap with the rebound. Back and forth they go. Denver having a tough time keeping LA out of the paint. Howard may have got a piece of that, certainly.
About Jokic being on the floor with those 3 fouls. This is a win for Michael Malone.
Millsap's got Rondo on him, takes him inside, no contest.
And Dwight Howard, all above 6'10", being able to run like gazelles on the wing.
This is turning into Michael Malone's worst possible scenario with foul trouble, Millsap, Jokic, and Murray. The Lakers getting to the line already 25 attempts at the free throw line, 17 in this quarter. Points in the paint in the first quarter. Now, one thing about Denver, and Nuggets fans know this well, they have had the ability to come back from big deficits, even when hit his only try. 2.5 to go in the second quarter. LeBron James gives it. Davis fires it. And there's Graham with the board. Plumlee. Oh, nice cut to the basket by Morris. What a finish.
Beautiful pass there by Plumlee.
Kyle Kuzma on the attack. Gets it to go. Wow. Awkward little runner by Kuzma.
Can't happen. Reggie, that's happened about 3 times tonight with them throwing it up to the side.
And they leave Monte Morris wide open. He looked him away, had an easy layup. That's normally a strong suit for the Nuggets. They're excellent getting back. Transition D has not been the case against.
Has been around the block a few times. Has played with a lot of great players.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm getting ready to ask you. Is Anthony Davis the best teammate LeBron has played with? Now, you mentioned Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving, Chris Bosh.
So today, he is not better than Kyrie Irving, and he is not better than Dwayne Wade. Why? Because they got that hardware with LeBron. He asked me in about 8 wins. If it happens, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, most definitely.
So 1 out of 2 for Davis. Lakers have missed 8 free throws this quarter, or else they could have a much bigger lead here. Grant with a flurry of moves draws the foul on Kyle Kuzma. 13-point game and all this foul trouble with Murray 3 fouls on the bench. Millsap.
But doesn't it seem like maybe you get him some action going to the basket, let him use his athletic ability to see the
Monte Morris, that was Plumlee in there, stirring it up.
Nuggets hanging around here.
Morris, nice find. Harris for 3. Big hit for Denver. Corner 3 is good. And a whistle on the other end. Even after the made basket, the Lakers push it. They get the foul. Don't forget American Express halftime report.
being in with the guys at halftime. If you remember last year, during their playoff run, with all the injuries, he turned into a one-man band, pushing it after makes. And when the Denver goes into the locker room, and when they watch film, whether they win or lose, one of the things they're going to talk about is just not getting back in transition, but making sure everybody's aware after a made basket to run and get a stop on the other end.
More free throws for the Lakers. There's Davis. And let's see what the call is here. Officials looking at each other. That'll be Laker ball.
Great activity there by Anthony Davis to create another possession here for the Lakers. Davis now with 5 rebounds to go along with those 17 points.
Really, the only hole right now in the Lakers game is their free throw shooting. Missed a ton of them. That's off the foot of Davis. And let's see. Denver with 20 personal fouls already. Now bucket by LeBron turns into a 3-point trip down the floor. It stopped an 8-2 Denver run. 11-point Laker lead. Shot clock is off. Making our way to the end of this first half in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. And here's Porter, long 3, misses again. He's 0 for 4, and that'll